All right, we're live, and it's been a minute. Well, that died already. Yeah, I've been gone for a minute. If you guys haven't noticed, there's no announcements, no anything. I just decided to jump back on and resurrect the channel in a way, I guess. So I'm not trying to keep the beard straight, but it's opposite. This inverted camera always throws me off, as you guys know. But I'm not going to take too many questions or comments and stuff like that. If you guys are in the Discord, I mean, it's been quiet in there as well. No one's really been saying anything. I've been around, so if you were in the Discord and you were writing stuff, you saw it was responding. Other than that, I've been quiet from the channel, and it's been probably 50, 60 days or something like that, I think, when I saw the last video. Try to keep the cigar lit. But it's been a while since I've been around. And there were a couple things, and I titled this video "Unless I Go Away," and I always try to listen to my intuition and stuff and my inner feelings and stuff for this channel. Like I said, I charge for coaching. I have the services. I would like to do this, but at the same time, it's very easy, and I keep saying this, it's easy to make money with this stuff. And I just wasn't up for the money grab of like, put a picture of me and Neville and say, you could have anything you want in 3 days or 3 minutes or this or that or that. That's not what I've learned through it. That's not what I've experienced. And I don't think that's where real growth is. So I've been in a time of meditation and reading and quiet. I mean, I've been reconnecting and reestablishing relationships with friends and family. I still have my relationship with SP and stuff. I've kind of moved it off to the side for different reasons, where we're in a relationship, but she's going through some stuff in her personal life, and I'm rebranding, I guess, in a way for myself. So we see each other, but not that much. Actually, it's been probably like 3 weeks. And this week we tried to see each other, but it wasn't really happening. And on that same note, I don't want to be known as the SP guy, the guy that manifest your specific person back, or he manifested through really bad circumstances 5, 6 times, whatever, the same person. I was not wanting to live with that identity. So part of me reinventing was going away and figuring out who I wanted to be known as. And if people are still up for it and they still want to learn from me and see other things, then yeah, I'm still around. And I was just trying to figure out, how that would look. Would people still want to watch? Would they not? Well, I figured, I've always been open and honest. Come up with a plan for going forward. A lot of people ask me stuff. What do I do? What do I do? Every Monday it was the same questions from the same people. And you guys saw me burning out for a while. So I backed away from that. And if you were in the Discord and you asked the same questions and the same things, I was still there. I cut those lives as well. I was getting very drained out because it's like I don't know how to reach anybody. I don't know how to get them to understand what I'm saying. I did it. Other people have done it. There is success. The stuff does work. It's like the Matrix. Once you take that red pill, you're never going to not be able to realize or unsee that the world is manifesting. So I took a step back and let you guys figure things out on your own. And just like the Bible quote where I got this from, unless I go away, which Neville quotes, and I kept hearing Neville's voice, unless I go away, unless I go away. So I stepped away. And it's a Bible quote from John 6, chapter 16. And I was just rereading it again. And it was like, unless I go away, the helper cannot find you. And in a way, and there's multiple translations, but they're all roughly the same thing. Unless I go away, the helper cannot find you, or you can't find yourself unless I go away. So people, they're so influenced, I think, today by everyone online. It's like, well, this person's done it, so I'm just going to listen to every single thing they say, and they know best. Who knows best? You know best. Why do you think when we're having sessions or a live stream or something, I'm guiding you to find your answer? Because it's not always the same for everybody. We even see that with techniques. Some people can't stand affirmations. Other people love them. Some people say they can't visualize, which I don't believe, but they're maybe not comfortable visualizing. I could believe that, and it's not working for them. Okay, they could use um, a different, method or whatever. So with that, you know, I had to step back and let everybody figure some things out while I figured out myself and what the channel will be. And in these recent days, I've kind of come up with what it will be. Um, I will probably do one more video on the specific person story, my personal story, because I get tired of telling it. And I always reference people back, and I've had a few people say, "Well, I like your new videos better," and I appreciate it, but it's not really a new video if it's the same thing I've said. So I would keep going back, like, well, let's go back to the basics. Let's go back to the basics. And I'd start a few videos on it, then I would branch off. So I want to make videos for the basics again, which I think I have a very strong foundation on the basics videos. One more on the specific person, maybe a quick series of like specific person questions for from my advice on it. And then if you need anything else from there, it would be coaching, or if I just happen to answer a question on a live or something like that. From there, I want to talk about the rest of what you get from this manifesting journey, because it's not just the specific person thing often opens the door. The heartbreak opens the door. But what you find on the other side is something so much better. You can re-find yourself, which is what I did. Even more so lately, it's like I've detached so much from, like, I don't want to be known as this guy who got the X back all this time. If I could do that, I could do anything, right? That's the whole message I preach. If I could do this, I could do anything, and the same for you. So I've looked into doing another bodybuilding show. I've hired a coach for myself to hold me accountable in bodybuilding and to help me through the whole point of, like, okay, change that pose, change your positioning here, do this, do that. Because there were parts where I was stagnating in my training. I've trained for 10 years. And it's like, okay, maybe there's something I'm missing. And through my interactions with him, I became a better coach. I've learned more things. And in the upcoming weeks, I have the website. I think it's already pretty much launched, but I'm going to make it very easy where you can actually pay for coaching with a credit card or other things. And I want to add different services. If you need help with writing affirmations, I can do that. If you want, some people don't want to do face-to-face coaching where you got me on video like this, a DM set of coaching, the monthly coaching, all that other stuff. I'm going to take off. If you've tried to order stuff from the merch site, I'm having problems getting stuff from this. I'm about to fucking fire these guys and all the ones. So nobody order any merch from this place. I'm going to move into doing those things on my own. They've let me down, and I'm waiting on a refund on some shit. So that's another thing. It's like, okay, take that responsibility back. If you've been watching Muscular Mystic, which is my second channel, I was going through uploading on there for a period of time, but it was like one of those things where no one's really watching it, and I didn't like there was no artistic flair and no real good message other than, if I'm making these videos, I should be making Mystic videos. So, ultimately, they were the same as these videos. So I've decided to come back into the scene, rebrand, like what the coaching will be, where it's like not just, I've had a lot of, especially young men who are late teens, early 20s, and I know what a time is, like a young man, like developing and figuring things out at that age. Like, what am I supposed to do with my life? What am I supposed to do with my career? Bosses are fucking with me. This is happening here. This is happening there. Like, that was like a secondary part of the coaching, and like that stuff would pop up with the SP journey. And it's like, okay, how are we, how do we work through your issues here at work and at the same thing while you're trying to manifest the SP? How are you trying to, like, how do you move through this? How do you move through that? Like, teaching you to navigate life. Oh, they want to get into lifting. Okay, here's some lifting advice. So I'm broadening what the stuff is. And I know I started a thing where saying it's not about the money and stuff. And it's not. For me, I just want to do a different set of things. There's a million channels who are going to tell you every day, everything's perfect, everything's fine. Do I stick by you can't fuck this up and it's all working out in your favor? Hell yeah. And anyone who says that it's not, they could go suck a big fat one, because that's a limiting belief, and it's a weak mindset. And we're not building weak mindsets. I want to build you guys into manifesting masters that don't get tripped up by anything. You could handle your business and you don't need me in the end. Then you could pass along what you've learned. So I want to inspire people a lot more than what I've done with just the thing of the relationship. Because I'm telling you now on the other side of like, okay, everything is worked out. I got everything I dreamed about. As human beings, we want more. And it's not like in the Discord, by the way, congratulations, Inked. I still have to send this out to you. Inked won the manifesting challenge. Oh, broke that. And so she'll be getting one of these. And we're trying to do monthly manifesting challenges in the Discord. So if you're part of the Discord, you could try to win one of those through, saying what you're going to do, telling us you're going to do it, what method you're going to do, and then bringing up the receipts. And it's like, all right, there we go. And she did that, and that's impressive. And it makes me really proud. And I've worked with Ink probably the most extensively out of anybody on the channel because she's been here since day one. And obviously there's other people I always reference, Mitzi and stuff like that, and everyone who was here in the beginning. So I appreciate all of them. And so Ink won that, and I'm proud of her for that. So just like, and even Ink's daughter made the channel merch, right? Or not the merch. What's this? Fan art. It was actually cool because my brother came to visit. He goes, wow, someone actually made fan art, and it actually made me very proud. So it's like, all the important things. It's weird that it's inverted, but she made that. And then the stuff from like the bodybuilding show, and I wouldn't have done that unless I felt, that this was this really big, the motivation I had from you guys here on the channel pushed me to like, I want to do more things. So it's like, I'm going to do the bodybuilding show. I've made plans to move the comedy stuff back into action, and it's something where my mindset's not fully there yet. So I got to put my mind in the right place. But another thing on my time away was I did Lent. I was raised Catholic and everything, and I did learn a lot of manifesting from the Bible, from Neville, from Florence, from Joseph Murphy, from Reverend Ike. All of them teach and learned it from the Bible. So it's close to my roots, and I leave it open where anybody, I'm not going to say, oh, well, you don't follow the same religion. No, it transcends religion, this whole manifesting thing. And all of the people preach the same stuff throughout all the religions. The core basis of it is that you can create your reality, and the things are always working out in your favor, and treat everyone the way you want to be treated. Why? Because the golden rule doesn't just apply to how you treat other people, it's how you treat yourself and all that good stuff. And the whole thing about Lent was you give something up for 40 days. I inadvertently gave up the channel. It wasn't really like something I planned to do. It was just something I felt I needed to do as time was moving on, and I was kind of doing that before Lent started. But I gave up caffeine and everything. I'm like, I have no addictions to anything. I could drop anything whenever I want because those are my assumptions. And when a pastor friend of mine challenged me, I said, I'm right. I'm going to drop caffeine, all forms of caffeine, because on the way home from work, I had this horrible panic attack, this headache, everything like that. So I quit cold turkey. Everyone's like, no, you wean yourself off. It's like, no, that starts today. So fuck it. Here we go. And I just went cold turkey on caffeine, stopped it, and Lent ended yesterday, Sunday of Easter. I still haven't drank any coffee. There's no desire to do it. So I broke that habit. Same thing when it comes to, I need this specific person. And oftentimes when you release the need for something, it becomes readily available. I've had so many coffees offered to me in the past 2 days. Free coffees, everything like that. And especially in the time leading up, now that it was at a close, it's like, I don't really need it. I've got a bunch of free Red Bulls in the fridge from friends who were like, oh, here you go. Oh, thanks, I don't need it, but I'm good. Take it. I didn't need it. Gave up eating out. And it wasn't until this past week I broke it. So, which was just because of doing a family event, and I purchased the food, and it's like, I'm going to have some. But the point of it was breaking habits and creating a new person, where it's like at the drop of a dime, you can become a new person. I can remove a habit. I can start a new habit. Same thing with, I hired a bodybuilding coach. What's the diet? Here's the diet. Okay, cool. That next day, went to the store. Boom, boom, boom. If you watch the Muscular Mystic page, you see my vlog. Grab this, and this. That's what I need. Put it down. All right, here's how I prep it. All right, I have a general idea of what I need to do. If I got questions, that's what you lean on the coach for. But my goal is to not message him that much. I message to check in, to say, hey, here's the progress. Here's the progress pics. Here's what I've seen. Here's how I'm approaching it. Same thing I would want to do with like when I'm coaching you guys. So it's, I don't want you to have to be leaning on me the whole time. So the whole point of this was a time where I walked away to be independent from stuff, from everything, and the point of you guys doing the same thing. And I also stepped away a little bit too because I felt pressure. It's like, oh, I want, sometimes you feel like whenever like I would go live or something and like, or I would talk about if I had a mishap in my relationship or something like that, or I talk about a negative circumstance I had. Next thing I know, people now start judging themselves and laying out the rule of like, oh, it messed up for him, so it's going to mess up for me. No, you can't have that mentality. My point of all this is to show you the pitfalls and the mistakes and stuff like that so you can avoid them. So, yeah, I just thought, I'm like, it's a Monday. And part of like, okay, I said, I'm going to emerge. There was another manifestation I had. I was going to emerge as a different person after Lent. And Lent has nothing to do with manifesting. It was a symbolic thing. You could say 40 days from now, I'm going to be a different person. There's no magical time. It was just symbolic. And it's like, I knew a bunch of people doing it, so I was going to follow with that. It's a challenge we could be doing. But you don't need a whole group. It's something you could do yourself. I'm going to be a different person who's completely transformed at the end of this process. And the giving something up is doing something to get something in a way, right? You have sacrificed this, so you'll get that. It's like when you do the no-fap thing, right? That was one of the things I used one of the times, or maybe two of the times I was manifesting my specific person. I'm going to not jerk off. So that way I will manifest. It didn't make any sense, but by giving something up, you feel you've made the change. When you change your diet and you're working out, you feel like, oh, my body's becoming a machine. I'm burning more fat. It just, something feels different in you and you're using it now. Now you give it a meaning. It means this is changing because it worked for other people, so it's going to work for me. And it does. So these are all just, my thoughts that I've had on my mind. I didn't know I had like a million things I wanted to say for this live or series of things, but I got to save it for the videos. So like I said, going forward, there will be another Manifest Your SP tutorial. There'll be some videos on it. Maybe one more live with a specific person. I don't know. I don't know how much that benefits anybody. I brought her on to show receipts, but I don't think it really benefits anyone. If you guys have success stories that from things that you've learned here on this channel, if you have manifested your specific person from stuff you learned here, or you were a former client and you have, send me your success stories. Or if you just have a success story you want to share, send it. Or if you want to join the Discord, there's other success stories. There's a whole thing of success stories on there. If you want me to share more of those, I could. I mean, I get the point of those being motivational, but I've avoided them for a while for two reasons. One, a lot of people never sent me the shit. They would come in alive. Hey, you got my success? Great. Email it to me. I will. Never got it. Or number two is like sometimes people get like, well, it's not fair that they did it in this amount of time. And we're not talking about fair, and we aren't measuring ourselves to anybody else other than who we were yesterday. The point of life and the point of this whole spiritual journey is to become a better version of yourself. And it doesn't just mean getting that relationship. I don't want this to be just a relationship channel. I want it to be a lifestyle change, a motivational hub, a place of, like I said, look, instead of Pornhub, we got a motivational hub, a place where you guys could come and just say, tell each other good news, help each other out, don't judge each other. Remember that we're all in this together, like we talked about back when this channel first started. We're all in this together. We're all here to help each other out, pump each other up. Not one method's better than another. Don't judge anybody. Don't fuck with anybody. Just go out here, give it your all, say you're going to do something, have the confidence and the balls to say you're going to do something, and go out there and do it. Not everything requires action. Some things you have to trust and be patient. We are true mystics. We are warriors of the light. We are spiritual beings out here, and we're knowing that whatever we think about and we confidently say and we project out there, it is going to happen. And we will have the patience and the willpower and the tenacity to deal with whatever comes up in the way and to overcome any of that stuff. And if it's something like, oh, I want a better body, there's stuff you can do. You could work out. I want to make more money. You could visualize making more money, and you could know that you're going to receive divine inspiration, and that idea will come to you, and the more money will flow in. If you want that relationship and you're blocked everywhere, you could say, it's going to happen. I know it's going to happen. You can relax and let it flow. And that was somewhere where you don't do some things you require less movement. Even my new training style, I work out for 2 days and I take a day off. It's weird to me when I would work out 6-7 days a week before, but I've put on more size in only like 3-4 weeks of doing it, because I've given my body a chance to rest. Give yourself and your mind a chance to rest. But that was kind of why I wanted to come on here, talk about. I'll be back. I am back. I've got vacation time coming up. I think I mentioned that already. So starting this upcoming Saturday, I'll have a lot of free time. I think I'm going to take a little road trip in that time. I was going to be gone the whole 2 weeks, but I don't want to be off this diet too long and miss an opportunity for my workouts and stuff like that. So I'll probably vlog a little bit of that, and that will be on Muscular Mystic. My fitness vlogs will be over there, but with those fitness vlogs as well, you're getting my day-to-day, where it's like, I'll talk about problems that pop up in the day. There's never a perfect day. Every day has a problem, and if there was no problem, life would be fucking boring. And it might be a problem that would have broke you at one time. It's like, here's how I'm approaching this now. And you go forward with it. So I'm going to look at the comments real quick. Like I said, I wasn't going to acknowledge the comments at first. I wanted to come on here, say I'm back, tell you that there will be a website out very soon. Tell you that I found a way that, a lot of people don't always readily have the money for coaching and stuff like that, but they want coaching. I found a way to set up with credit cards and stuff like that. The Discord is still there. If you want to join, I'm active there when people are active. If it's quiet, I'm not really posting nothing if it's quiet, but I'm responding to stuff as it goes through. And there's the upcoming things for the videos. You kind of know what to expect in videos. And like I said, any success stories, mysticmanifesting@gmail.com. Send me the stuff there. Or if you want coaching too and you can't find it at the bottom of the video, email me there. But I want to hear the good stories. I want to hear cool stuff and that you guys have manifested. I want to see how the channel has impacted and changed your lives. And I just want to have this awesome, fun environment where we're lifting each other up. We're sharing our goals. We're achieving our goals. And that's about it. I'm dragging it out, and it's like, damn, only 23 minutes, but it actually could have been in less time. But let me see what you guys are talking about here. Divine Friendpress, thank you for those compliments. And yeah, it is true. A lot of guys, and crazy enough too, a lot of women, they don't know how good looking they are. And I appreciate you with the compliment. And yeah, it's something about having that. The good part about that lack of confidence sometimes in life, when you have that lack of confidence, maybe I'm not good looking. It humbles you a little bit, but you got to recognize who you are eventually. You got to wake up to the fact that you are worthy, you are worthwhile, you are a good looking person. You should be confident in your looks, your personality, everything like that. But in that time when you don't feel attractive, you get to the plus side of that, and maybe being torn down for a lot of your life. The plus side of that is you get to develop your inner being, your spirituality, your intellect, your comedy abilities. You develop other areas. It's like when somebody's blind, all their other senses develop way better. So even though there's nothing wrong with your looks, if you think there are, and you create a problem there, and you start looking for everything else, you develop all those other areas. And then when you recognize that, you realize you're the full fucking package. So definitely it's huge in the male audience. And surprisingly, like I said too, a lot of the females as well. But thank you, Divine Friend. You made my night with that comment. Hey from Canada, Box Media, welcome. Hey from America. Funny enough, that is probably where I'm going to go on the road trip. I might drive up to Niagara Falls. That's where I was thinking to go. Plus, my coach, funny enough too, you said that. I saw the Canadian flag. I thought maybe it was the bodybuilding coach. He's from Canada. I heard a lot of people shifting parallel realities to different versions of themselves with a different eye color. Yeah, I've funny enough to have thought about that as well. I'm like, could I do that as a mini manifestation? I was like reaching for straws. What do I do on the channel? Like to show something. I didn't really want anything. It's like I put down in the Discord for my challenge. I'm going to manifest $10,000 by the first week of April, and I'm going to do this, this, and this, and this. All these techniques. I never did any of the techniques. I didn't think about it. I didn't talk about it. I didn't nothing about it really ever popped up to me to do it. I didn't really care because all the stuff I wanted was, I'm going to be rich. I'm going to do this. I already lived the life that I wanted, and I didn't even realize it. But in taking this step back recently, it's like, what else do I need? I've got a place to live. It's low maintenance. I mean, I'm going through some stuff now with the living situation. Not that I need to move, but some stuff with it that's got to get fixed at the house for some bullshit write-up fee or whatever. But it will be resolved, and I won't go to court for it. So there's you're talking about shifting parallel realities. It's funny. It's almost in a when I said I'm going to come out of Lent as a new man, which would be in a new parallel universe, a parallel reality. I've shifted to, okay, who is the guy who has his shit together and his channel together and is who he wants to be? I felt I was becoming what the channel wanted me to be and not myself. I was becoming what SP wanted me to be and not myself. I was becoming what other people expected, and I've always been my entire life someone who's always done his own thing. So I wanted to break away from that, and I believe now I'm in that headspace, in that mentality, and in that reality where I just do what I want. I mean, I want to go see. I went to Comic-Con with my brother, did nerdy stuff, and I haven't seen SP since she's been back in town, and I'm choosing myself and what I want to do. So it's like if I can't see you, even though I want to see you, if it's not going to happen at that moment, it's not. Because if I got other shit to take care of, there was a time where I would drop everything for that person, just to be able to go hang out, and then you would get there and it was just like, oh, you didn't have to be here. That stuff is and so many of us go through it. This is the mindset I want to build in people, because even though by all terms, I'm the successful guy, I got the specific person, you're in the relationship, how much did you change? I was noticing there was stuff that I changed and I shifted to that reality where I got the relationship, but I'm not the person I want to be. I'm still the one who, I don't like I like to serve people. I like to do well for other people. I like to give myself to other people, and not in a weird way, but I give myself to people in terms of, as Tony Robbins would say, service. How can I help you? How can I make your life better? That's why I like doing this. But at the same time, I had to take time to myself. I was getting, at a time where it's people blow me up. I need coaching. I need this. I need this. I need this. Okay, hold on. Especially there's people who don't even pay for coaching. They'd be, I need this. I'm having a breakdown, spiraling, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you. But I have a life to live too. So in that time too, I walked away from it. There were some messages that are still unanswered till today. And there was a time where I was like, I got to get to these. I got to get to these. No, there's a reason that the coaching is charged, because it's my time. And by me giving up, I finally understood the other coaches now. Instead of me judging, it's I got to respect my time and myself and things with the specific person. And with my family, it's I got to get over there. I got to fix something for them. I got to get, there was times where I had another job where it was you're doing favors for the bosses outside of work. It's that has nothing to do with my job. I don't need to do this. So changing fully who you are, it's slow and steady wins the race. Or is this term, I believe it was my dad told me this a long time ago. Slow is fast, and what is it? Slow is fast and smooth, or something like that. Damn, I can't remember it now. But it's like slow is fast. Because think about it, you're working on something. It's big in the trades too. I've heard this in the trades. Slow is fast, meaning you try to rush a job. I'll be done in 5 minutes. You forget a step, you fuck something up, which you can't fuck it up. Anything that's broken can be fixed, and it will be fixed. But a 5-minute job takes you 2 hours because you rushed it. So by moving slow, controlled, with confidence, and realizing, I don't need to hurry and scramble and get everything. It's all going to work out because everything does work out in my favor, and you can't fuck this up. So it was something I had to go and see. What advice can you give as I navigate through the echo of the past reality? I feel internally that something has shifted and feel rich, but I have a bill coming up and I feel annoyed about it. Well, I could tell you personal stories about that, like one I'm going through currently and what I'm doing to navigate it. So basically, when I bought this place, there was 3 things that were written up that I had to resolve, right? And I got a thing the other day saying I had to go to court, and it was told to me over the phone that you don't have to fix the one issue. And I was like, okay, cool. I never got it in writing. And it always lingered in my mind, oh, this is going to come up, this is going to come up again. They called me about it, but they never brought anything about it. They're like, oh, you should. It was like a message about you should get it fixed. So I'm like, all right, I'm not, whatever. This affects me. It affects nobody else in the building. It's just my hot water has low pressure. So it's not that I don't have that I don't have it, but even if I had it, I'm not going to run that shower anyway. Anyway, it was something it was on my mind for over a year. Sure enough, comes up, then I got to go to court and stuff like that. And if I don't go to court, I'm going to be billed $250 a day. And it's like, damn, that shit's going to they'll fucking wipe me out in a month or two. Every day you're getting billed like that, and it could go all the way up to $750, whatever. So when the bills are coming up, it's realized, okay, can you address it? Most of the time, like you said, you're feeling annoyed. You're annoyed about the bill coming up, and when you use the term annoyed, it's like me. Annoyed means you have the money, you just don't want to give it. It's the reason why a lot of my credit cards never were paid for a long time. I'm annoyed because I don't want to pay it, and I have the money to do it. I just don't want to do it. But it's like Neville's quoted this, and it's from the Bible. When Jesus says, like, whose face is on that coin? And they're like, Caesar. He goes, render unto Caesar what is Caesar, and unto God what is God's. You're a rich person. You're going to make more money. So if you got to pay it, pay it. It's like when I'll take leaps and buy something that's a little bit out of my price range. Like I had a friend, he makes way more money than me. He had a personal trainer, and he tells me he pays $600 a month in personal training. And at the time I was debating, I didn't really want to pay for a coach, but my coach charges $250 a month. And I'm like, all right, if you could pay $600 and $250 is a little bit of a stretch, it's like, I don't really want to pay it. I got the money to do it. I just don't want to pay it. But if you could pay that and you're getting a benefit from it, and I will like the benefits, like when people buy coaching from me, $150 for an hour is not cheap. And that's why I always give a little bit over the hour, because I know it's not cheap. It's hard to want to give up money. But the fact that you said annoyed, that's coming from more of a place of abundance to me. It tells me you have the money, you just don't want to give it. And I always have the affirmation and the knowing, whatever I spend or I give out or I help people with, I always get it back tenfold. So at a time where I was blowing a ton of money, somehow when the bill would come due, I would get an influx of clients. And as you guys know, I've been open with it. That's like, I'll go from times of influxes of clients and then no clients for like a month or two. So like my stuff goes up and down. You could check my scheduling. Right now, I haven't had nobody scheduled in months. But the thing is, when I need the money, when it's time for the money, everything I have to pay always gets resolved in the end. And that's my belief, and that's my assumption, and that's my point of abundance. So trusting that when the time comes, you'll have the money. And like Neville's got a ton of stories on this stuff where it's like the one lady, no, it's not a Neville story. This is a Florence Scovel Shinn. As you see, the book it's inverted. It's right here. This book right here, Florence Scovel Shinn. I've been reading that one. She had a lady who she was getting sued. She wanted to, and here's the thing too, people would go to Florence just like people come to me and stuff like that. They believe there's some kind of divine blessing in that person. I am a symbol, and I've come to terms with that. And it's hard for me to come to terms with because I have done something that it seems impossible to other people. I just had the mindset of I'm not any different than anyone else, and I'm not any worse or better than anybody else. I'm going to be able to do what I said I'm going to do. And then through that, manifesting what I wanted and making the channel about it, which I only intended to make a couple videos and be gone, I became that symbol. So I had to come to terms with being a symbol. Just like she was a symbol, people would ask her for prayer treatments and stuff like that. So she would give the affirmations and say stuff. She's like, you have the money. You're not going to be sued, whatever. And her cousin came to visit. She didn't want to see. And then her maid was like, because obviously there were wealthy people that she was working with. Says it's your rich cousin. And she goes over there. They start talking, but she didn't ask him for the money. On his way out the door, he goes, how are you financially? And she goes, actually, I'm being sued and I need $3,000 and this and that. He goes, don't worry, I got you on the first of the month. But she needed it like the next day or two later. And she went to Florence. She's like, oh my God. Florence is like, I will say an affirmation for you. And then she rested because Florence said the affirmation. So she's like, oh, I don't need to, because her faith in Florence was actually a faith in herself. She didn't need to do anything else because she put her faith in something higher. Next thing you know, her cousin calls her and goes, you know what? I got time today. Come over here. I'm going to sign a check for you. And he gave her the $3,000 for her getting sued and stuff like that. So the money always will appear. I hope that helps. Let's see, Brooke. Finally, it's been a while since I've caught one of your lives. It's been a while since I've done one too. Oh my God, you have a beard now. Yeah, I've always had a beard, but I've grown it out in this time. In my time of meditation and my time away, I've grown it more from the 5 o'clock shadow into this, just to try something new. What do you do when you're noticing resistance on the technique, like visualizing? Like you want to make sure you're still in the vibrational alignment, but you're not noticing any passion towards the maintenance. Well, one of the things too is, hold on, let me light this a little better and I'll tell you. Don't get all tripped up on like terms like the vibrational and stuff like that. I know people are like, oh, that's all law of attraction and stuff. Don't get tripped up with like, oh, am I on the right? The more you're checking, like, am I doing this right? Am I doing this right? What is the base of, am I doing this right? At your core, you assume you're doing it wrong. So you're thinking, I've already fucked up. Your fear, and fear. So you're at a baseline of fear and I'm doing this wrong. Why is it in a lot of these success stories, or if you go look at miracles in the Bible, or you go look at any of these like ancient texts or even stories like, what do I got? I got As a Man Thinketh right here. I've got Small Gym, Big Results by Savish Vashi. It's not even about manifesting, but his life is a manifestation success. I got all Neville's books right here. I've got who's this one? William Blake's stuff, Florence Scovel Shim. All these stories, all these books, and all the stuff I've seen online and what I've lived is, why is it sometimes you could just affirm once for something? Because you have no fear that it's going to fail. You don't need to sit there and do something. The more resistance you have to something, the more you got to keep doing stuff because you're trying to convince yourself. But it's like I said, with eating right and stuff like that, you assume, all right, I'm doing these meal preps. I don't notice a difference. And actually, sometimes it was negative. Like when I'm trying to put on more muscle now and I get this new diet plan, I'm giving 5 meals a day. When I go from 2 meals to 5 meals a day, I put on a gut right off the bat. And I'm like, holy shit, like this is giving me an opposite result. So now I'm panicking and I'm like, oh, maybe I should back off this. Maybe I should maybe I should do 3 meals and not trust the coach and not do what the coach says. And I get it. So now almost in a way where I wanted to be a better coach, I had to go receive coaching in another area because it's like, I understand all this already. But it's like, and I always understood fitness, but it's like, if you're doing the same thing again and again and not getting the same result, or not getting you keep doing the same thing and it's not paying off, maybe switch the approach. But oftentimes we try something for like a day or two. It's like, oh, I got to switch. You don't have to switch anything. You're, already not doing any technique sometimes is a technique. It's like, I don't need to do anything. If you don't feel the need to do a visualization, you don't have to be like 5 a.m. time to go visualize. Otherwise SP's never coming back. You don't have to do that. It's, before bed and when you wake up, it's like, you want to go to sleep as if it's done. Like I was stressing about like this whole thing about having to go to court. I'm not thinking about it now. I mean, I thought about it today because I just walked over from getting everything ready because I got plumbers out here and shit like that. But I don't think about it unless it's coming up in conversation or I could use it as an example for something. So when I go to sleep, it's like, thank God, I remember when that was a thing. Now I can relax. And I don't have a doubt that it's not going to resolve itself or it's not going to work out. So if you're burning out on something, don't feel bad if you're not doing the technique anymore. Just say, I've done that technique enough. I've impressed my subconscious that I don't even, feels like a job to do this. Why am I manifesting for something I already have? It's like, let's say I want to have a condo to live in with all the, it's like, stop and take a look. Sometimes the things you were asking, it's like, oh wait, I already live in a condo and it's already affordable and it's more affordable than other places that I could have gone. And I'm already established and I got my roots here and stuff like that. It's like sometimes when you're looking for something, you already have what you're looking for. That's why gratitude is important as well. Bob, what's up? Oh, thank you. Yes, I grew it out. As I was just saying, I don't know if you were there for that. Grew my beard out. I appreciate it too. Do you remember Tutu? I'm Tutu. Yeah, I do. I was thinking, I could have swore I saw you in the same chat as Tutu before. But I know you were Bob before I disappeared for a while. Yeah, actually when I first started like learning about all this stuff, and I don't have the book. Maybe I do have it somewhere. I do have it. Huh. Excuse the mess. No, I don't have the book. No, I don't have the book. It looked like the book. But there was a time where I wanted to meet Arnold. I wanted to meet Stallone. I wanted to meet all these bodybuilders I looked up to when I was younger. I wanted to what's it called? I wanted to meet a lot of like different people, so I put it down in like this little book, and I cut out like the picture of the person I wanted to meet, when I would meet them by, blah blah blah. And this I didn't know shit about. I was just law of attraction at that point. I was 16, 17 years old. Within a year, there were multiple events that came up, and somebody gave me free tickets to the one event where I could have met these guys. But at that time, I stopped kind of looking up to them. It was just kind of like, I don't want to be the student of life. I don't want to be the guy who admires other people. I want to be the guy who does the shit, instead of like, oh, I'm the young kid out here trying to be like you guys. No, I want to be the man of life. I don't want to be like, oh, I'm the fanboy. I want to be the guy who other people are coming to see. And I never went, but I put the ticket in the book, like a piece of the ticket in the book here and there by each one. I could have met them there, and there. I went to see, I wanted to meet Ronnie Coleman too. I went to the Arnold Sports Festival when I was 16. My dad drove me and my brother down there. We go there, and on the way out, the hotel we picked, there was no way we didn't even get a hotel. And I didn't know Arnold sells out. Like if Arnold happens at the end of February, beginning of March, but the second week of March, all the hotels are sold out and the venue is sold out, everything like that. We were able to walk in, get tickets to the venue. The hotel we walked into, the lady was like, you guys remind me of my dad and brothers. You know what? These people haven't showed up. I'm going to give you their suite. So we wound up with a hotel in the hotel that Arnold was staying at. The last days we're checking out. Me and my brother see a conference, and we see Arnold talking in there, and the lady goes, you guys can go in. And we're like, really? And we stand like kind of in the door. She goes, go in there, sit down. It's all right. And the conference was dead. And we sat down, and 2 rows up, Ronnie Coleman's fucking sitting in front of us. It was before he was in the wheelchair and stuff like that. And he was like, must have been one of the last times, like 10 years ago. It was like one of the last times, maybe before he couldn't walk. But there's a guy came up and helped him. That's how I knew now, looking back. Guy helped him walk away. And we sat there and we listened to Arnold's speech. I can't tell you what the fuck it was about. But Arnold was like less than 50 yards away from me. So it was like I never got to like meet him or shake his hand or anything like that. Now, these days, I mean, he's a clown. But is this funny that like that was something I wrote down in a book that was going to happen. And I didn't have any resistance to it. I believed I was the guy who was going to get that to happen. I wasn't going to stay on here long, but I'll finish the cigar and talk with you guys. But yeah, Bob, that was celebrity manifestations that I could think of off the top of my head. meeting Tom Platz at the bodybuilding show. I was watching all his workout videos to motivate myself just in the gym. And then I found a thing where Savish was hosting a show at his thing, which was, I got the thing for over here, right? The award. I'm like, I'm gonna do that show because I found out Tom Platz was judging, and who would have known? I walked there the night before just to meet Savish and get acquainted. Really great guy, and like I said, I'm gonna have him on the podcast. That's one of the things, like I said, in this rebrand, I want to tell stories like his story. It has nothing to do with a specific person, but it's fucking motivational and something you should hear. And if you wanted to stick to the specific person thing, you could do that. But I've got all the videos out on it. Like I said, I'm gonna do a few more, and then I'm done with the specific person thing. If anything, and you want more advice on it, that would be through coaching. I feel like I've made enough videos on the topic. I want to tell his story, and the coach I'm working with, another motivational guy, and just move things more into like there's so much more to life than the specific person. But yeah, so I wind up we go the night before, and I wind up having a deep conversation with Tom Platz. My mom and SP befriend the tanning lady who did my spray tan, and then he's like, "Is this your girlfriend here?" I'm like, "Oh no, that is." And then he goes, and then it was a very attractive lady, the spray tanner. He's like, "Well, it's very nice to meet you," like he thinks she's with us, so he's talking with her, and then we're going back and forth, and then I got close with him, and then after the show, me and him talked for like 3 hours, and Lily's like, she goes, "He was like locked into you. Even the guy who won the show was there." He was just kind of like, you talk to him. He was talking to everybody there. He's like, and I'm like, "I'll let you go." You got a lot of people. He goes, "No, wait here." I take this picture, and he comes right back, and we're talking. Gave me his personal email. Never answered. I reached out like 3 times, and I did have a belief it wasn't going to, but we had a like very deep conversation, and he's close with Savish, and I feel that I'm pretty close with Savish. I mean, as far as I could be, like long distance, I'm not good at. If you know me personally outside of the channel, it's sometimes I'm not the best at keeping up with people. But yeah. Do I have dreams about showing the opposite? Yeah, all the time. Whenever I'm trying to get something I feel resistance to, you can't fight the dream. You just go back to sleep with the state of the wish fulfilled. So you put yourself back into a calm state. The more you try to fight it, whatever you resist persists. So don't fight it. Manifest the masterpiece many times, and I know I can't already have it. I'm just afraid of getting my own way. Exactly. And once you've done it that many times, it's weird because it's like, the second time, it's like, I've done this once, I could do it again. Third time, it's like, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure I could do it again. After the 4th time, it's like, oh, this is impossible. I can't do it 4 times. Then you do it 4 times, and you get the 5th time. A lot of people, I think that's what the draw to the channel was. I've manifested it 5 times. And it's like, it's not a rare thing, but just nobody talks about it. So you've done it too. If we've done it all those times, why don't you just say, like I did, I took a stand. I'm like, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it one more time. And you know what? I don't give a fuck if you stay or not. I literally don't give a fuck. And that was the mentality I had to have. Because I realized my value. If you walk away, you're going to be happy, and that's the thing. You don't want them to be happy or whatever, because it's like, no, they're supposed to be happy with me. No, I don't wish any ill on you. You go be happy, and you go live on your standards in your life and whatever, and you'll find somebody, because that's just how life works. And I'm going to find somebody, and you know what? What's the fear? The fear is you're not going to find somebody, or that they're not going to be as good. But really, if this other person's making you feel like this, why do you think that you can't find better? So that's one of the things on the SP journey, because I've met a lot of people that I've coached and worked with, and in the process of elevating themselves, their SP shows up again, but then a new SP shows up, and they chose the new one, and they're happy. I have a guy that I worked with for a long time. He chose somebody else over his SP, and he's getting married. I'm happy for him. Like their wedding is soon. I got to reach out to him and congratulate him. Actually, I saw it on Facebook the other day. But yeah, not to say that you can't have your specific person. I'm just saying, what is the fear? If you look at and you analyze the whole field, I could have this, I can't have it, whatever. If you say I can have it and I don't want it, you release the pressure. So that's another thing. What have you been up to lately? What's your manifestation routine like now? Well, Brooke, that's kind of what I was saying at the beginning of this video. So basically, I took time off the channel because I felt like nobody's listening. I'm answering the same questions all the time. I didn't want to be known as the specific person guy. I want to be known as somebody who motivates people in all aspects of life. I've had a lot of young, like I said, a lot of young men work with me who are interested in lifting weights. They're interested in like navigating through. It's not just young men, but women too. But it's like it's mainly like I feel like male driven because I appeal to that audience, I guess. So it's like they're trying to understand, like, oh, I'm having problems at work. I'm having problems with family and friends, and like, oh, what if this friend group betrays you or whatever, or you feel hurt or whatever. There's all these different things. I'm like, I'm more useful to people in other areas than just like, okay, you get your ex back. And then you get this like, well, they're your ex for a reason. And it's like, there's a lesson to be learned with it. There's a, do you want that person or do you not want them? You could have them, but it's like, there's so much more. Look at me on the other side. It's like, I don't want to be known for that. And I don't want to just keep circulating that. That's why I said I'm going to make a few videos on it. And then it's going to be this through coaching or whatever. We'll talk about it. Or if I answer questions here and there. But there's so much more to life than that. So that's what I've been up to. And then hiring a bodybuilding coach and focusing on doing another competition and working on the website here and there and just focusing on me. Like I said, I've been away from SP for probably like 3 weeks now. It's not even anything like, it's not vindictive. It's not a breakup. It's not nothing. It's just, I've chosen to be with my family and stuff instead. And she's going through some stuff where she required her leaving the state and stuff to deal with some family things. So we've been apart and I've been focused on me, and it's not bad or good or whatever. It was a chance to focus on me and reinvent myself. I wanted to come back reinvented. Army's End, yes, finally back. How would I deal with a relationship about a girl that you've only seen on Instagram? That one is hard because I've never done it before. Obviously, I've never had a relationship with somebody I've never met. Well, I didn't have a relationship with a girl, but there was a girl that grew up in the neighborhood with me. Never met her in person, which is like one of those things, you're friends on Instagram or whatever. I would DM her here and there. We would go back and forth. We would flirt a little bit, this and that. And then one day, this is before I even met SP, I think. I walk into this bar and I hear, oh, there he is. And like, this is like a very like, think Fran Drescher, but like we were probably early 20s. Like Fran Drescher, early 20s. Like, she's like, there he is, but not like the same voice, but like an Italian, similar, but like Fran Drescher in Chicago. She's more New York. And she's like, there he is. And then comes right up and like goes and like, she came right up. She made out with me, and I'm just like, damn, like this is fucking cool. This bar is awesome. And I had never been to that bar. I didn't want to go, but it's like, you know what? I went to try something new. And I wind up, I'm dancing with her on the dance floor. I'm feeling buzzed. Like she almost falls over drunk. I catch her on the way down. You know, we head over, we sit in the VIP section. And if I didn't have a fucking idiot friend who was cock blocking at the time, I would have got laid because we were buzzing hard. Like, her friend, I didn't know her either. Well, I kind of knew her friend more. Like I met her a few times growing up. And like we hung out and everything like that. And he's like, I want to fuck the friend. I want to fuck the friend. It's like, dude, shut the fuck up. Like she has a boyfriend. Like I knew the friend had a boyfriend. And this guy was just like, that's not fair if you're getting laid. Like, dude, get the fuck out of here. And then like, so anyway, that was somebody who I only knew on Instagram and had no idea where she lived. I knew she still lived in the same city as me and shit like that. But, you know, it's one of those things you'd have like some remote seductions in your mind, or you'd flirt here and there on Instagram, realizing you're thinking you're never going to meet the person or whatever. And I would joke about like, oh yeah, one day I'm going to meet up with her and this and that. And it was just crazy. I did not know she'd be at the bar. I did not know. She called me out and walked up to me, and it was just funny. And it's like, if I said I didn't have a retarded friend with me who did something fucking stupid, like I probably would have got it. But then I didn't feel like pursuing, because I still had other shit going on in my life at that time. I was like in my depression era at that age anyway. But that's why I would see, you can't even joke about anything without it happening. That whatever you joke about, that comes into reality too. That's why I say don't self-deprecate. I would just joke about like that this girl's into me. But she never like showed any interest. We never went on a date or nothing. We'd talk about hanging out, but we never did. And then it just happens when we show up there. So yeah, and then like Brooke said, imagine it, go to sleep with it every night. How would you feel going to sleep with her in your arms? Same thing you would with a regular thing. And who knows what situation, right? Your job transfers you to wherever she's at, or you know, she winds up doing an event in your city and you just happen to be going out. And it was, like I said, I'm not trying to get it. It just, I happen to be in a place and a time, and what are the odds of that place and that time? I had a thing the other day, this kid I haven't seen since grammar school. I was coaching these two women that I grew up with, and they were talking about him and about how they still talk to him and this and that. I have not seen the guy. Well, I was not close with him growing up, really. I walk into Walmart and I look over. I'm like, that's him. And I hear him, Nick. And then I'm like, what's up, dude? Like, I knew he was going to call me out too. Like, I heard it in my head and I seen it before it even happened. It's like, out of all the times I go to Walmart, like Like, I rarely go there. I go maybe once a week or every other week, and it's happened to go at one time, and he's there. Like, it's crazy. Well, I'm not trying to meet up with somebody. I'm not trying to like see anybody. I just think about the person, and I just know what's going to happen. So whatever. Marcius, see, I got your name right instead of Marcus. I always want to say Marcus. Courtney had corrected me on it before, so you could thank her. Like, I'm like, I've been calling him Marcus the whole time, and he never corrected me. But I'm back, yeah. Had to create some suspense. Manifesting Mandrill, he has risen. It's almost like I chose this day on purpose, right? There was a degree of choosing this day as well. And I was really tired too. I almost didn't get on. There's definitely more to life than SP, but I feel like I can confidently say that because you're with yours. I can say that confidently because I'm with mine. Yeah, it's easier to say from the other side. But the last time I manifested her, I had said that there is more to life than this. It's easier said than done. But if I could get you in that state before, like, it took me being so fucking mad, and so, like, there was a degree of hatred, and I had to find the unconditional love just to forgive for my peace. Like, I mean, you guys could piece together the parts that I haven't told of what happened. There's a lot of fucking like reasons to hate, and I had to forgive. But it's not forgiving so they can feel better. It's forgiving so I can live my fucking life. So whether I chose to be with that person or not it's on me. It's my own thing. So same with you. You need to find what it lights up your life, because every time that I did manifest her as well, it was I went back to comedy. I went back to my friends. I went back to doing things I liked to kill time because I knew it was going to happen. But it's like, how do I kill time? Am I going to sit here? There was a time where one of the manifesting times I did fucking depressed sleep the whole time, and I just fought dreams. I fought in my dreams the whole time, and then it just showed up. That is the thing that happened. But at the same time, there were obviously days where I did go out and do other things, because you can't put your life on hold. Because trust me, from someone who's done this for periods of time in this 4-year fucking crazy whirlwind of bullshit that I went through, there's, on the other side of it, you realize I missed the last fucking Mother's Day with my grandma because this person wasn't answering text messages and driving me crazy about it, because I'm like, oh, well, we're in a relationship though, and we're supposed to be. And this person was, getting already made up the mind to split. And then my grandma passed shortly after that. And then thinking, well, maybe I'm going to see her at the gym. And I see her at the gym the day of my grandma's funeral, and I go to talk to her, and I get fucking snubbed in public. It was a disgusting fucking display, and it made me feel anger. So I had to forgive that. And you could still see in my voice too. It's like, when I go back and relive this, that's why I said with coaching, and I don't want to talk about these videos that much, like in too many videos about SP, because I do go back when I'm coaching you. I go back when you tell me a bad experience. I can tell you I've had every fucking horrible experience. I go back with you, and I get fucking mad, and I have to spend time decompressing, and I won't. If I'm doing sessions that day, I will try not to see SP that day, or I will wait a few hours because I need to decompress, because I've gone back to a version that I couldn't stand, so I could be on your level and we could dig ourselves out together, because I've already been there. So I crawl back into the tunnel of hell and I try to pull you forward. That's why it's like there is an emotional experience to when I do coaching. And it can be exhausting. But yes, it's easier to stay on the other side. You didn't miss any manifesting mandrill. You've missed the same amount of lives that I've missed. I haven't been here. I think Viv 44, I think the thing you need to change on that is the first time. It could have been from the first time, or maybe for sure at the second time when it got canceled, or maybe you were carrying it before the first one was even planned, that it wasn't going to happen anyway. and you were picking the outfits and doing all these things so that you knew it would happen. It's like, I have to do this so that it would happen, instead of just like, hey, let me get the bag ready, like, and then not think about it because we're going. It's almost that thing, sometimes less is more. Something that I learned that through this new fitness journey of like, less is more. Work out for 2 days and take a day off. Made no fucking sense to me until I started seeing the results. More rest time, take longer rest in between, do less sets. Oh, hold on, I'm seeing the result. Sometimes you gotta step away a little bit, so could be that. Lizzie Gobbler, I love it. What bar was this, Manifesting Mandrill? It was called Bourbon Street. It's the south side of Chicago. It's technically not Chicago. I think it's a suburb, but it's like right on the border. What's going on with me and my SP? I just we're together. Haven't seen her because she's I'm keeping her stuff confidential. She's got family things going on which require her to leave the state for extended period of time, and she just came back this week, and our schedules haven't lined up because there's some stuff I've got to go through with plumbing issues here that have also required me to go to court. So yeah, so I've been busy and my mind is preoccupied on that, which, like I said, can't think about it. It's already done. And funny enough, too, I was talking about, so maybe I did. I got to check my finances. Maybe I did make that amount of money. I said I was going to make 10 grand. Fuck, the amount of overtime I did, I definitely made 10 grand. I've been doing a lot of overtime, too, at work. So, yeah, I definitely had to have made it or close to it for, that was a mini manifestation I had, and I didn't really want it. But it's actually, yeah, because I wanted the 10 grand to pay off the credit card, and I'll be pretty much, once the last checks roll in, yeah, the credit card will be done. So look at that. I didn't even, sometimes you don't even see it coming. Actually, I told the story not even thinking it was done until right now. It just clicked that it is. Let's see. I won the bet. You're back. There you go. It's funny too, John. I went on there too. I'm like, I wonder if anybody's thinking about me. And it was like, and you wrote something like a few minutes before. And I want to say, was it Manifesting Mandrill wrote something on one of the videos? Of course, it's somebody else. Exactly, Glizzy. Yeah, Brooke, you could go back as long as you could hold the new person. The thing is, when you start focusing too much on those old memories, that's why I said the coaching is fucking draining for me, because I have to go back, and that's when I make the videos and stuff. Like I said, sometimes I will not want to see SP after it, because while it is a new person and she has completely changed from what she was then, I go back on the red alert sometimes, or sometimes I'm on like anger, and so I have to drop it. So for me, for you, it'll be easier if you're not coaching or doing a channel or nothing or talking about it all the time. It's easier. Or you're not trying to justify to your friends why you're back with this person. It's easier. For me, sometimes I do step back from the channel, and that's why I want to move heavily away from the SP thing, because whether it is in the end, whether in the end I am with this person or I'm not with this person, I want to be focused on like my own happiness. And it's like, and that's why I felt less guilt now. Part of this new version of me feels less guilt charging for coaching, because it's like, I do tax the fuck out of myself when I do these sessions, because I go over the limit all the time. So I know that was another thing I felt guilty about, which was what? I'm not valuing myself. That was something I learned. Exactly. Yeah, it does apply to all, Brooke. It applies to all the manifestations too. And then how many calories do I eat with my new fitness plan? It's 180 of protein on 3 meals. I don't know the exact. It's like 3 of the meals have 180 of protein. There's at least like 700 grams of um, carbs, 75 grams of oatmeal, 3 eggs, almost 100 grams of cereal, I think, 120 of whey protein. That definitely got to be 1,000. No, it's definitely over 1,000. I don't know. I never counted it up. I just follow and put the meals together. Yeah, there's 5 meals a day. Yeah, in my bulk era, definitely got to be close to 220 at this point. I got a gut hanging out. You guys probably seen it when I walk back there. But it's like my arms and chest and shoulders have gotten bigger, but I do got a little bit of a belly going right now. And it's because I'm not doing the cardio. I'm supposed to be doing 4 30-minute rounds of cardio every week and abs every day. And definitely not doing the abs every day. I was doing a lot more cardio before, but this new high intensity training has got me wiped out where it's like, I'm like, well, I'll do the cardio tomorrow, and then I don't do it. Plus, like being on a time crunch, a lot of it too was like, I'm going to come back home and film a Mystic video. And I just never did. Or I was going back to edit these. I was doing the muscular Mystic videos. I made like maybe 3 to 5 of them. But if you guys want extra content that's out already, it's over there. And now that I've showed up here again, I have no choice but to make more videos. But I've got to plan them out a little bit more and stuff like that. This next week will probably be slow because I want to get this shit resolved. But then, like I said, Saturday I go on vacation. I'll be on vacation for 2 weeks or something. I think it's like 16 days or something. I'll have free. I'll be out of town for 4 of those days, probably. Shortened up the trip. Yeah, for sure. Check the other channel. Flex Entertainment will be back in action soon enough. And Muscular Mystic is my other one. That's more fitness and lifestyle. Flex Entertainment is my comedy channel and entertainment channel. That's a hard one that I've been trying to snap back into for that mindset, because when I was young, I was like, I'm a great comedian. I have great wit. Everything always, I always see jokes everywhere. I'm a great filmmaker. I see scenes everywhere. And then I said, if I work this day job too long, I'm going to forget. And I always kept saying that. And now I don't see scenes everywhere I walk. I don't see life cinematically. My wit is fast in little things like this or interactions, but once the camera goes on, it's like it goes away. It's almost like my brain is programmed now to be away from that. And I used to sit down and I'd write every day. I mean, you guys could see that's all fucking scripts and shit in there. So that's another thing I'm working on, is to be able to step back into my full persona of like, I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks. And for so long, I was like, what if I get canceled? What if people don't understand, like after I've done this channel, that I love everybody and I'm on everyone's side and people winning, but I'm going to say stuff because of how I grew up. I've said retarded a few times already. It's like I used to hold back all the time. It's like, doesn't actually mean something bad about somebody else. It's just like, I'll call myself retarded, but I don't joke about myself in a negative aspect. But like if my friend does something, it's like, dude, that's fucking retarded. What are you doing? Like, so stuff like that. Get back to my comedy, which that's not all my jokes.